Alright, so we are back looking at, you're probably thinking the 8587 WL. Not quite though, because that is right there. Yeah, so this is a new 8587 that I got. Actually got this one from work, they gave it to me. I was testing it, and this one actually, so this one is a lot less, this one is a lot better, is in a lot better shape than the other one. That one, first of all, the case is all scratched up from getting thrown in the dumpster, and it's really loud. It has had the sprocket on it replaced before. Let's see if you can see up there, the sprocket's powder coated, but the chassis is not. And that one, I already mentioned how it randomly trips the force. Yeah, I'm still having problems with that, and I don't know why. So this 8587 is actually just 8587W. I don't know if you'll be able to see. And it's from March 17th, 2016. So this one was a lot less messed up. There is still a couple issues with it though. So when I was testing this thing to see if it was still good, I mean, it was pretty much the same deal as the other 8587, that it runs, but it randomly sets off the force even when it's not attached to anything. Now this one wasn't doing it as consistently as the other one does. I ran it maybe 5 or 6 times to test it out, and probably 3 or 4 times it tripped the force. And it hasn't tripped the force on me yet. I took apart, this is the same deal, I took the travel module apart and cleaned it out. There wasn't anything in there that I could see, so I don't know if that actually did anything or not, but I did clean it out, and it hasn't reversed yet, but we'll see. Just realizing now that I also put the case on backwards. Oops. I don't care. The other issue I've ran across with this is that I cannot, for whatever reason, this will not connect to my Wi-Fi, and I don't know. None of my Wi-Fi settings have changed. All my other Wi-Fi stuff hooks up perfectly fine. This one, for some reason, does not. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but oh well. So yeah, that is an 8587W. The other opener I have to show you is a very, very rare opener that only a few other people have in the upper group. And it's a Raynor Flitestar with the original light lens. So these things are, the openers on their own are almost impossible to find, but especially with the light cover, almost impossible to find. So there actually was 2 of these in the dumpster, and I took this one. The other one had a broken light cover, but other than that, it was still a perfectly good machine. So I parted that one out. I took out the board, the limit assembly, the RPM sensor, and the gear from it. I figured, man, these things are so rare, might as well just take all the parts I can get for them, because you never know when you'll need extra parts. So yeah, I got a Flitestar. The only thing with this opener is that it needs sensors, and I don't have sensors for it. I looked everywhere, and all I found was the sending eye, and this will not work with the sensors from the 270-7, because the receiving eye on that one takes 3 wires, and this one, the sensors are only 2 wires. So yeah, and it doesn't work with Chamberlain sensors, it doesn't work with anything else that I've tried, so I'm gonna have a fun time trying to find eyes for that. But yeah, so a Raynor Flitestar, these things are very, very rare. So the bolt pattern on this one is, I believe, exactly the same as the 270-7, so it should bolt up to the hole I drilled in the rail. There's the sprocket on it, it just kind of, where is it? There's a little set screw there, and the way you pull the gear out is you have to take this sprocket off. With that set screw, pull the sprocket straight off, and then the gear drops down. So here's what we got on the back of this thing. So that LED means I don't have sensors hooked up. You can see I have nothing there. Those are the wall button terminals, and then next to those are the sensor terminals. The force control, this does have an RPM sensor in it, and let's see, the limits are on the side here, right there, and then this is from 5 of 97 model FLT STR, half horsepower. And this is the original receiver to it, which I actually had never heard of this before. I got the other one from the other one here. It's missing the cover, but it's a model 335 LM. This one's from February 97. Other one, also February 97. It's a red learn button receiver. These both work, but yeah, I figured I'd take this one too, but I've never actually seen these receivers before. And oh yeah, I have the remote I have programmed to it is the LiftMaster 973TT. So I guess we'll just go ahead and run these operators for you. So we'll start with this 8587. This one is a lot quieter than the other one. There is still some sprocket noise, but man, this thing is so much quieter than the other one is. That other one was really messed up. I don't know what happened to that. And as far as cycles on this one, we have 9,700 cycles. So this thing was used a lot less heavily than the other one as well. So we'll run this down. And this one, by the way, is not lock capable like the other one is. And this one was missing a light cover when I got it, so I just stole one off the other 8587. So yeah, there's that one, and then we'll run this Flitestar here. This thing is very, very quiet. So yeah, super quiet, and this one is the same deal. And by the way, this light cover is in really nice shape too, if I didn't mention that already. Very nice shape. Anyway, this one does the same thing, that it turns off the receiver, so I can't use this to close it, and it won't let me even use the remote since I don't have sensors hooked up. So I do need to hold the button, and on the way down it does flash the light the whole time. It does make some noise on the way down, but it's not that loud. We'll run this one more time, and that'll be it. Back down. So yeah, hopefully I can find sensors for this eventually. There is supposedly some kind of universal sensors that look like Stanley sensors that'll work on this, so we'll have to find some of those and buy a set and see if that'll work. But alright, so there you go. That's a couple new things, so see y'all later. And there's the 3585. Alright, see you guys.